And in case you haven't read the title, this is going to be the first ever, I guess you could say, episode of Random Rants. Basically for Random Rants, to do a little bit of explanation, we're just going to be going through different topics of rants, ranging from whether it's the death of a celebrity to why an orange has a cover. But either way, well, not really cover, skin, to correct myself, but either way, getting off the topic, today's topic is about celebrity deaths, basically, but more of, like, the heavy metal icons. Excuse me for that. But, usually for the, things that, when it comes up to death, I think of it as a, kind of an intriguing thing. It interests me, mostly. But it's also very sad when it comes to others. But other than that, when it came to the certain subject of celebrities, you think of it as like, whose death was worse? Like there's a social ladder in it. What I want to know is, here, this is going to be my question, and just go ahead and throw it out to you. Just answer it any way you want, whether it's comment or message, whichever. You can answer it, or you can choose not to. But the question would be, why is there a social ladder in the things to do with whether celebrity deaths or which one's more important, when all human beings are basically equal, whether they're celebrities or not. But when it comes down to this, like here's a good example. When Ronnie James Dio died, yeah, it was pretty big, especially for like all those like different little things, from whether, since he was a legend. And I was pretty sad when he died. I wasn't traumatized, but it was pretty bad because I grew up on most of his stuff. But still, I raised my horns in dedication to him, since he basically did invent them. But the thing about it was, when he died, about the same time, Bret Michaels had a brain hemorrhage, and seems to me that people thought that was more important than Ronnie James Dio's death. Hinting towards that the fact that since he died, I figured it was going to be a big event, especially since it's a death, and celebrity deaths are usually huge. Like, another example, had to readjust myself there, but another example would be Michael Jackson. When he died, a lot of people were traumatized. I mean, he was a big icon in the music industry. People that used to not like him liked him. I always liked his music. When I first heard it, I was like, that's pretty cool. Billie Jean being the one that I listened to the most, because I thought he was good in his music. I'm not sure about his personality or anything. It's not me to judge whether the accusations in court was true or not. But whatever. But when it comes down to the deaths, like Ronnie James Dio, why is someone else put in front of him when really they should be on the news about the same time? And then coming down to this was a big deal with me. I was basically traumatized with this. The death of Paul Gray, Slipknot's bassist, if you didn't know. He was not that big of an influential figure in Slipknot. Most of them were usually either Mick Thompson, Joey Jordison, or Corey Taylor. But if you don't know who they are, Joey Jordison is the drummer. I'd say one of the best drummers in the world. But it's arguable with that, since my dad likes to argue with me that Rush 40's drummer's better than him. I don't know. He's pretty good too. But then Mick Thompson, he was pretty good guitar player. He's a lead guitarist. And then Corey Taylor, he's the vocalist, like the lead vocalist. But then coming down to it, when Paul Gray died, it wasn't on the news that much. Like, I saw it on the internet. But, like, I saw it the night that they found his body. But, it was pretty sad when it happened. A lot of people were crying over it because they were big Slipknot fans. Like, for instance, one of my friends, when I told him he had a conniption fit, it was kind of funny, though. And then, but yet, a lot of people didn't know, because it was basically in the underground news. But then finding out his autopsy that he died from morphine overdose, or they also had signs of a heart disease, so either way, one of them killed him. I don't know which one, not for me to judge if he was a drug addict or not. But it was pretty sad when he died. But yet, a lot of people didn't care about it. Few radio stations put it out there. But I still raise my horns to him too. Dedication to Slipknot. Slipknot was one of the bigger bands that influenced me. It's been a lot of crazy deaths. Oh, and another thing, since Michael Jackson was a big death, what about when Farrah Fawcett died the same day? She died earlier than him. She was first. A lot of people make that arguable. But it just all depends, I guess, on the social ladder. But why even have it, though? I figured one death should be as important as another, because it's a death. And we're parting with someone that's probably going to be gone until we die. But you never know, depending on our fates and faith. Depending on your faith, really. It depends on if you ever see them again or not. Whether they've gone to heaven or hell, or if you don't believe in heaven or hell, and that when you die, and that's it, just complete blackness. But people have opinions about that. I don't want to make an argue over that. Like, it's nothing I really like to argue over. But when it comes down to it, why is there a social ladder? I just want to know that. And if you want to answer it, I would like funny answers would be okay, but I want some serious answers though. Like, give me your opinions on them. Why do you think that it's there, and what are your thoughts on it? Whether it's through message or whether it's through comment. Either way, I'll reply back to it and telling you what my thoughts are on your answer. I'm not going to criticize badly, but I'll just tell you what I think of it. And also, a quick update. Just letting you all know that starting next week, I'm going to be doing midweek question videos. And it's going to follow along with this, but I'm not doing it this week. I'm doing it next week. So we're having and it's going to follow weekly. It's a midweek question thing. And then when I put it out, you have time to answer it. Don't matter if it's a year old or not, you can still answer it. Just up to you if you want to. And I guess I'll end this video in probably a few seconds. I want to take the time to tell you thank you for watching the video, and hopefully you'll watch the rest of my videos. And I don't know if I'll be making another video tonight or not, but there's a chance I probably will. So I guess I'll see you all later.